ball game. The Yankees win. I love it. Shout out to everybody. Everybody in the chat. Happy Father's Day again. Hope you all enjoyed a wonderful Father's Day to the dads. And, much love to everybody. Shout out to all of you for being here. Hit that like button to celebrate this win. We needed that win so bad, didn't we? Oh, baby. Sean Browning's in the house. Brett Anderson. Jonathan's here. My consigliere, Joel, is in the place. What's happening, man? Yes, Stanton and Donaldson. Even to a degree, Rizzo. But he was better today. He was 3 for 3. So I'll give him that. And Brett Anderson's here. Who else would we got in place here? Cole, this was exactly what we needed, Jonathan. Exactly what we needed. No. Christopher Woods. Who else? Let's see here. Texas Buckeye, the king of Texas, in the building. You like that, Cole? You see him doing this to the team? They were kind of showing him up, and then he was like, "Yeah, I don't think so, dude. Putting you out. Let's go." It's the Cole train, the Cole show, baby. It feels a hell of a lot better when we're doing these live streams after they win, doesn't it? We've had far too many with them losing. Far too many. But they're back to, that's their 40th win of the season. They're 40-33 now. 7 games over 500. So we'll take that. We will take that, baby. So Brandon Moore's here too. We're getting what we need. And, having Bader back, he made an immediate impact. Stole a base, and he was driven in a 2-run shot by Billy McKinney. So we need some flashes of life from the offense. We got a little bit today, and Clay Holmes came in, dominant relief too. So I like that. What do you use? 2 pitchers today instead of 7 or 8 like they've been using far too often. I'll take that. I will take that. So, yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's really, really nice, isn't it, gang? David Herrera's in the house too. What is good? Peter Risberg's hit JT. David Hernandez, Howard Thompson. What is good, gang? Welcome, everybody. So happy to have you on. Michelle Morales, how are you? Yes, we did win because of Cole. He controlled that line. He controlled that lineup. Now, we expect Luis Castillo to do this to us tomorrow, but maybe they can jump on him early. Maybe they can score a run or two and then keep them down like they did tonight. Maybe they can get a 2-1 win or something like that. You never know. Because I don't expect them to score 8 runs off Luis Castillo. Even though it happens on the rare occasion, I don't expect it to happen tomorrow. But I would be pleasantly surprised if it did. Quellen Athar's in the house too. Howard, JT, Tiffany Johnson, how are you? Yeah. Yes, indeed. Lorenzo's in the building too. Yes, sir. Got to score early. Exactly, Christopher. I just said the same thing. We definitely have to score early on Castillo, and we have to keep the score down on their end because he's not going to give up a lot, right? Joel, my consigliere, thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. Billy Branch is in the building too. So this is true too, Billy. Castillo has shown more signs of light, more signs of being human this year than he has been. So that's a good point, Billy. That is a good point. Brad Mastini had a Cole train, baby. All day. And Skinny on McKinney, man, he was doing a thing tonight. So good for him. And yeah, James. Honestly, and the option trade or DFA, I think I don't think you're going to get a trade because if you think about it this way, if you DFA him, then he gets released. The Yankees eat all the money, right? And any other team would have to pick him up on the league minimum. So if you trade him, then whoever decides to acquire him would pay more than they would in the league minimum because the Yankees would not have to eat it all. So the logical choice, if I'm on a team that's not the Yankees, it would be to wait for him to get DFA'd and then released. That way I could pick him up for pennies on the dollar. And the Yankees eat the whole contract. A trade, they wouldn't have to do that. So my guess is if it happens, he'll be DFA'd, which will turn into a release, just like with Aaron Hicks. So, but you never know. Gary Davis, what's good, my man? Aaron Judge's not coming back till July, in my opinion. Mike Pellegrino. We need more Coles. Yes, we do. Texas, the king of Texas. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. the king of Texas, man. Lone Star, baby. I'm into a show right now, which is based in Texas on the Magnolia Network, Fixer Upper, Texas. So I watch hours of, at least an hour of a Texas-based show every day. So it's not sexy, but it's pretty cool. Howard Thompson. Michelle, yeah. I mean, it would be nice if we win tomorrow. Then they can get a sweep pot potentially. I mean, if we win tomorrow, it increases the odds of a sweep. But at least they'll win the series if they win tomorrow. So, um, yeah, I mean, having Bader back definitely increases the defense. Helps the defense. It helps the team morale. Helps the team energy. So, and the Astros are throwing a perfect game in the sixth against the Mets. Oh my God, who's pitching for the Astros? Davey, dude, join the mafia, man. There's memberships available. You just go to the channel, you'll see members, and it's a very easy process, man. But I'd love to have you and part of the mafia, Davey. Love to have you. And I'll be increasing members only content starting this week, actually. So got a lot more stuff coming your way. Members generally get stuff before everybody else does too, and they'll get stuff that's independent to them too. So, and they're also part of the members live streams too. You can hop on, be part of the discussion, and always be on screen with us. So that's always a fun thing too. And we have one coming to Saturday night. Um, perfect game against the Mets. I love it. Tiffany, it's Johnny Brito for the Yankees against Luis Castillo for the Mariners. So, and just to let's pull up Luis Castillo's stats here, okay? This guy, I mean, he's been a Yankee killer ever since he's been traded to the Mariners. So it's it's true. He's 4-5 with a 2.73 ERA. So his ERA is really good, and you know, so he's still good. It's just the numbers for stat wise aren't there. But he's got, let's see, 14 games, 82 innings pitched. He's got 98 strikeouts, so still pretty good. So I expect him to be a tough one tomorrow, Tiffany. But yeah, we got Castillo tomorrow. But moves for Brito. Brito, I think Brito. Let me see. Johnny Brito. I think he might be. Is he up here already? If they do, it will happen tomorrow. If they need to make a corresponding move, Johnny Brito. But let's see here. Let's pull up the Yankees because generally after a game they'll report something, but they may wait until tomorrow to need to make a corresponding move. So, and we got encouraging news on Aaron Judge. His toe's feeling better too, but I still expect him to be out several weeks. Encouraging news if you haven't heard, Carlos Rodon had his first rehab game tonight. 3 innings pitched, 1 run, 1 hit, 5 strikeouts. He felt good afterwards. So very encouraging news on Carlos Rodon. That's a really good thing to hear. So that was awesome. That was awesome. So that's what we got right now. Nothing in terms of corresponding moves. So that'll come at some point. By the way, that game was 2 hours and 9 minutes long. One of the shortest games ever for the Yankees. Awesome. So, yeah, no corresponding moves yet. But they are 40 and 33. So we'll take that. We'll take that, baby. But once the news comes out on Brito as a corresponding move, you'll get it. Yeah, my word there. What's up, Dev? Italian Eddie Ralph is in the building too. What's good? Yes, Jonathan Taylor. I would, yeah, shake up with some trades. Yeah, it's nice to have Bader back. It'll be nice to have Judge back, but they still need to make some moves. Gary Davis is in the building too. Yeah, well, this is exactly, Joel. Nobody wants Donaldson. They're gonna. I mean, so the logical step is to DFA him, eat the money, and just release the guy and get Peraza's ass up here already, please. You're gonna, you'd get better production for the money you're already paying him. And I know he's saying that he might retire after the season, but like they have a $6 million buyout, so he'd get that. He'd probably wait to retire until after he gets his buyout. So I'm guessing he'd be strategic about it. I don't think he's just going to leave $6 million on the table. And but that's the thing too. So the buyout it's not like he would be retiring instead of the team option or whatever it is. He's going to get a buyout no matter what, whether he plays next year or not. So, and but yeah, Peraza to replace Donaldson at Ed Matera, good point. It seems to be the logical step. So the Orioles are going to be 4 games out. Yeah, Orioles are quietly climbing the standings. They really are. So don't sleep on Baltimore. So, but yeah, Brady, his usual good defense. So I'm with you there too, Billy. I think they're looking for an excuse or justification to move on from Donaldson. And again, he hasn't committed to playing again next year. That was he brought that up yesterday. And again, if you want an excuse, we want better production here. You call up Oswald Peraza, get better production. You're paying the guy anyway. Get better production for the money for the rest of the season. So we can see Rodon after 2-star in AAA. Yeah, he might. I mean, I don't know. I wonder if he'll get another start in AA. He finished AA today. His start. He might get one more. So, I mean, then he might get a start or two in AAA. But I expect to see him probably after 3 or 4 starts. I expect him to be up here. So, Sunil, shout out to you, my man. Yeah, we are talking about Donaldson. Yes, we are, dude. Yep, the Beavis and Butt. Exactly. Brandon Moore. That was good. Anthony Lapari's in the building. There he is. Is it a word? Sign when you can't lose too much of his nails. Cats shit. Their nails come off, Anthony. Naturally, they claw into stuff. Their nails just come off in pieces and they grow back. 2-hour game, baby. What's good, D-Rod? What is good, baby? Stephen B. Yeah, I mean, Bears coming back at the perfect time. We really needed some kind of jolt, and he gave us, a nice little jolt, nice energy. So, and by the way, if you haven't hit that like button, please do. Let's get up to 100 likes. Let's be happy and celebrate this win today. There was a much needed win. Ace performance by Cole, 7 1/3, 8 strikeouts, 1 run. Like, fantastic by him today. Ace level. He's 8-1. 8-1. Framber Valdez. Okay, so he's pitching for the Astros. No, I mean, he's basically essentially the ace after Justin Verlander left. Now let's continue to see here. Now let me see what let's see. Cole's ERA now after this game. Let's have a look. So they won 3-1. 7 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run, 8 strikeouts, 2.64 ERA. 2.64. Love it. Exactly, Michelle. It's time for the Yankees to just blow up here. Let's get healthier. Let's keep playing hard. Let's win some freaking games. The Mets got a hit. The Mets got a hit. They were playing in Houston too. So the Mets good. They get this. So he's pitching a 1-hitter now. So, oh well. Just beat the Mets. Beat the Mets. Yeah, Howard Thompson. Amen to that, my friend. Good hitting by Bader. Billy McKinney with that key 2-run home run. Yes. Yeah, he gave up a single Peter. Yeah, there you go. Mark Canna. Yeah, of course, Frank, man. My goal with this channel is to get you updated on everything live time as soon as the stuff comes in, and make sure you get everything accurate too. And that's one of the things I pride myself on with this channel. D-Rod, second floor. So phase 2, which is another bubble, we're going to add another like 1,000 or 1,200 square feet to the second part of phase 2 on the second floor. So the second floor itself is going to be like 2,000 square feet or something like that. The whole house is going to be about 4,000, D-Rod, but that starts in 2 weeks. Phase 2, we're trusses and the lumber, all that stuff's got to order, and then the framers and all those guys have to be lined up so they can all do it in a timely manner. So that's all being done right now, D-Rod. But appreciate you asking, man. I'm excited. Yeah, he should be 11-1 Cole. Yeah. I've had a couple of bullpen flubs for him. So, and I'm glad that Holmes is, much better Holmes than he was last month. And Peraza is getting more reps at third and second. Yeah, I mean, honestly, he should be the shortstop in the Bronx. And I would move Volpe to second. In all honesty, that's what I've said it repeatedly. That's what I would do. No, Castillo's always pitched well against the Yankees, D-Rod. That's right. Yep. And again, but again, it was a much needed win, Frank, and we got much needed length from Cole to save a lot of the bullpen, which is, again, they needed that. Yeah, Todd Frazier. He does sound like Peyton Manning. He does. Yes, indeed. No, they've already said he's not going to get sent down. Yeah, I mean, they've said they're not going to send him down, Brendan Volpe. It doesn't make sense to replace Volpe with Peraza. Doesn't make sense. I want them both up here. And you know this, right? I want to replace Torres with Peraza. Yes, and this is true too, Jonathan. The Yankees turned down a deal Gleyber Torres for Luis Castillo straight up. They turned it down, and that was right after Torres' 38 home run season. So I understand why they didn't do it, but that could have they could have had that. So yeah, Burrito not Vasquez right now, Sunil. I don't know. Maybe it's a matchup thing. I'm not sure why, but Burrito's starting tomorrow. So Verlander. So Verlander's pitching today. 4.47, and I'm telling you, he's not the same. Scherzer's not the same. Yeah. Again, they're older too. So, oh god, top 20 Yankees killers. Oh man, I'll look into that too, David. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Baker versus Boone. Oh, I appreciate that, Texas. Thank you, my friend. I mean, like I said, I like to add perspective. And again, Sunil inspired me with this too. I appreciate Sunil for doing that. So thank you. But yeah, again, I throw perspective in this type of stuff. Like, how many folks knew that the Yankees' record was better than Houston? I don't know. And again, uh, Baker's going through a lot of the similar stuff that Boone's going through right now. So, and it happens even with Hall of Fame managers. It just happens. So, but I appreciate that, Texas, my friend. Thank you. I would move Donaldson down too. I would not have him before Bader. No way. So that confuses me. Well, exactly. A lot of scouts don't see him as a Major League Baseball hitter. You're right. And striking out at a 30% rate in AAA. That means he'd probably strike out at a 40% rate in major leagues. Again, JP Crawford hurt. Yeah. Too bad. Chris, yeah, Cole's a workhorse. He works fast. So that's why this pitch clock benefits him really. I think, he benefits him a lot. So, but they are always short. This guy doesn't play. He gets right in there, goes right after these guys every single time. There's no going around, taking excessive breaks, excessive walking through. And they don't any of that stuff from him. So it's one reason I love the guy. Really. He gets to work. He buckles down and let's go. Like, love that. Love that. Yeah, I don't know. Probably a matchup thing, Sunil. Burrito and Vasquez. Rodon Cruise Control had his first rehab start tonight with Double-A Somerset through 3 innings, 1 run, 5 strikeouts. So my guess is that my guess is he 2 or 3 more rehab starts before we see him up here. And that could be 2. Christopher, the 15-day period you can't call basket. Could be that too. Yeah, Donaldson. I mean, it'd be nice if he just retired. Yeah. Robbie, exactly. We needed our race to do that, and he did it, baby. Exactly what give the Yankees exactly what they freaking needed. So, no, family good is good here, Eric. Hopefully yours is good too. He said he may retire. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's lip service or whatnot, but I'd be curious. Peter, they were trying to show him up, the batters. So I said, "Finger, don't, try to show me up, man." So he was locked in. Yep. 43 second wild card spot. Coltrane, baby. Exactly, Cruz. Exactly, baby. He would lose them. He would lose exactly. If he retired right now, he would lose his salary for the rest of the year. My guess is he wants to play out the year, get that salary at least, and then we'll see what happens there. But yeah. So Vasquez not been down long enough, Joel. All right. Appreciate that. Yeah. Makes sense. Marcus Stroman, yeah, I mean he's going to get a lot back if they trade him, the Cubs, Lorenzo. He really will. A little bit of a diva, but he can pitch. Okay, he's not a troublemaker. He's not crazy. So, he can. And again, I think they're going to run offensive moves and trades and stuff like that by Judge, and they're going to run pitching ones by Cole. I think they seem to be the 2 obvious leaders of this team now. So I'm glad that they're getting them involved in these types of communications because I want to make sure the guys that they bring here now are good fits. So, and I don't remember them going through Judge or Cole before, and I'm glad they're doing it now. Yeah, Hicks is doing great with Orioles. We'll see how long he keeps it up. But yeah. Yeah, they got Praz getting rain. He's versatile. Third, second, yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, Giolito. Yeah, I've done a um trade video with the White Sox about a week ago. Giolito and maybe an even reliever too. They can make a. I think that's the team they can make a multiplayer trade with the White Sox by the deadline or even before it. Even before it. So yeah, there's quite a few of them hitting below the Mendoza line. No good. So you heard Rodon get 3 stars. Okay, so two more. I'll take it. As long as he's healthy and feeling good, I'll take it. Chapar, yes, the Martian's nowhere near being ready right now, cruise control. So Chapar and Peraza would be a better, I think, thing for the Yankees at least right now. Peraza is way more ready. He's ready. He's more ready than both of them. Martian's not there yet. It's not there yet. Yeah, and Jose Abreu's gotten off to a really bad start, Peter. Really bad start. Yeah, he hit his first home run like 2 weeks ago, and he sprinted around the base and slid at home plate because he was so excited. Jose Abreu. Yeah, Peraza is a better defensive. Like if I'm gonna call Peraza, I would put Rizzo on the IL if his neck is still bothering him, and put Peraza first. But Rizzo looked pretty good today, so. Um, but Peraza is the best infield defender of the whole entire franchise. So definitely want him up there. So two more starts for Rodon, Texas. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take it. It's nice that they're hit. Yeah, I mean the problem is Jonathan. And I don't disagree with you at all. Is who do they have to replace them? That's the thing. You know what I mean? So do they have enough depth to replace these guys? They do at the minor league level, but then they have some veterans, and it becomes a sticky situation with some of these like Donaldson. And you have DFA him, you have to release him, like some of these other guys. So it's the optioning out of major leaguers. 7 more shutout for Stroman tonight. Kids on fire. Kids on fire. Right, Robbie? Yeah, they did. Cole and Holmes. Steals. Huh? Hmm? Ace performance by Cole. Legit bullpenning by Clay Holmes. They saved the bullpen. Yo, man, 7 innings in the third, 8 strikeouts. His ERA is 2.64 now, Steals. That's our ace. He's 8-1. I don't think the Cubs are going to sell. I mean, if they keep playing well, they played well recently. It makes less sense for them to sell because of all the moves that they already made, Tyron and all these other folks. So, but if they do, I mean, your two legit trade pieces are Cody Bellinger and Marcus Stroman. You can get a lot for them. So, and I don't think they're just going to trade them randomly. They'll get a lot for them. A lot. I'm telling you, Steals, yeah, that's exactly what we needed, man. Cole saved the bullpen, 7 in the third. Our bullpen's been beat up, gave us length that we needed, give us that energy and that fire from the mound too. Then Cole's came in looking like vintage Cole Holmes, and Cole looking like vintage Cole. So exactly what we needed. And Bader coming back gave us a little jolt of energy too. The momentum, the vibe on the team felt a little bit different today. So I like when they do that. So again, let's keep this momentum going. I know Luis Castillo is a tough one tomorrow. He's a good momentum stopper, but that doesn't mean that they're guaranteed to lose. If you could score 2 runs off him and just strike him early and just keep these guys down. We got John Abrito on the mound, so hopefully they can do that and keep this to a low scoring game like today. But they can. It's winnable. It's winnable. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm really curious to see what the Cubs are going to do. If any team is going to go on a big sale, I think it's going to be the White Sox. I do. So, yeah, I mean, it's nice to see Rizzo doing that. Really. Nah, I appreciate it, Sunil, man. Thank you, my man. Like you and I talked about, you inspired this too, so thank you for that. I mean, it's just, trying to throw some logic into some videos too, trying to get folks to elevate the thinking a little bit, think about stuff that might not be talked about elsewhere. So that's the point, right? To elevate our thinking, elevate our conversation. And I'm glad you liked it, Sunil, man. Thank you again for motivating it, man. Appreciate it. So shout out to Sunil for that, for the series of videos today. When Judge comes back, it's a while away, but who I think they'll send down, probably Bowers or Calhoun, I think. I think. But we'll see. It's still a while. Probably three to 4 weeks still to go. So 8-6 Orioles. All right. All good over here, Steels, man. I mean, it's all good. I'm happy that they're freaking won today, man. It feels a hell of a lot better when they win, doesn't it? It sucked. I mean, that like almost five, streams in a row where they were losing. So this one's nice. It feels a hell of a lot better. Take some of that stress off, and and it's nice. Dev, I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. So I hope Rizzo goes on a hot streak. I hope Stanton does too. Stanton needs to wake up, man. Honestly, get a break. Yes, they do. Crawford injury. Yeah, yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, yeah, that sucks for them. But you're right. It does give them a little bit of a break. So you're right. Oh, definitely, Stephen B. More contact hitting, less strikeouts all day, baby. All day. On base percentage, yep. And great defense, yep. I don't care if they walk a lot. It's still on base percentage. You're getting guys on base and giving other guys that bat behind you a chance to drive you in. Just get on base, walk or hit, doesn't matter. You're on base. So, and it's we need it. We need it. I think it was this defensive substitution, as far as I know, Sean, for Bowers. Yeah. Yeah, when he's got a lot of movement on his stuff now. He's throwing 98, but he's throwing some nasty off-speed stuff too. No, it's good it's really good to see Holmes throwing like this. So he's definitely carrying. He's better than Michael King right now, who's kind of he's a little. I think he's a little gassed too. So that's why I think I'm a fan of them acquiring a reliever at the deadline to give some more fresh arm to that bullpen. So Framber 2-6-5 with a 2.13. Yeah, I mean these guys are pitching well. Really do. Oh yeah, range of motion's key, D-Rod. You got that right. And especially if it's rotator, 90-degree rotation, internal external rotation of the elbow. You need that type of stuff. You do. At the moment, Christopher, yeah, he's very streaky, right? He gets hot and then he sucks for a while, and then he gets hot and he sucks for a while, but he also has trade value. And to me, we have an in-house replacement here called Oswald Peraza. I think that's one reason I would consider trading Torres. So Stroman and Bellinger would be a blockbuster trade, Corey, for the Yankees. That would be a huge trade. They'd have to give up a lot for those two. They really, really would. Castillo's still good, Christopher. It's a different league, different team. And American League is just tougher than the National League. Yeah, 15-day requirement. Otherwise, it would have probably been Randy Vasquez, but it's Brito. What do you think, Steels? And everybody else here too, to get Stroman and Bellinger from the Cubs? What do you think the Yankees would have to give up? What do you think they'd have to give up? This is true too, Joe. Yeah, they want them to play multiple. They want a lot of their infielders to play multiple positions. It makes them more valuable. The more versatile they get, the more valuable they are. So I'm not surprised that they're trying them at second and third. They've done that before too. No. Angels about to baseball conference type of league. It depends. It's your boy. It depends. I think it depends on how you lay out the teams in their conference types. Like what's going to be the conference of the division and whatnot. So 40 minutes, but no, it's not buying a ton with Scherzer either. So with Carolina, yeah, we have. I mean, it looks like we're going to rain for the next week. The party. So I welcome the nice rain, but I also like when it's overcast and a little bit of rainy because it cuts down on the pollen. It cuts down on the allergies, and I get pounded with allergies. Christopher, thank God for Gary. Got that right. That's our race right there, baby. Top 10 heartbreaking perfectos, bro. Oh, man. My number one would be Mike Mussina. Pitching for the Yankees in Fenway Park. He had a perfect game with 2 outs, and then Carl Everett, one of the meanest players in baseball, broke it up with a blue pit to left field. in Fenway. He's about the perfect game the Red Sox in freaking Fenway. And he lost it with 2 outs. Brutal. Brutal. He's been responding well to the second one so far, Christopher. Yeah, so I'm encouraged by that. I am encouraged by that. So we need it. We need him sooner than later. We need our guy Judge. We need him. And Robert's going through similar. Yeah. Yeah, the COVID. Oh, you got that right, D-Rod. That was an abbreviated World Series, a 60-game World Series title. Yep. Yep. Yes, indeed. Kluber had a nice no-hitter. Yeah, that was against Texas Rangers. And you know the last out was Willie Calhoun. Was the last out. Yeah. Rafael Montero. Terrible. Yeah, I mean, he was so dominant last year. Look at that. Cole different. So different now, Peter. Surprise. I wanted the Yankees to sign him this offseason too. Right now, I'm glad he didn't. Yeah, right. 4-pitch walk was only base runner. Roberts. I mean, they're definitely very zen-like managers. It's your boy, right? Boone and Dave Roberts. Definitely zen. With that much space in the 2 floor, could you have a martial arts student in the basement? Nah, probably not. I would have mats out in my backyard, have a nice yard, and do it outdoors. I'd rather have just a dojo for myself. Yankee kills Manny, Big Poppy, Trout, Batista, Ichiro, Griffey, Edgar, Buhner. Who else? Who else killed the Yankees in offense? In pitching, Pedro. Yeah, I mean Randy Johnson, Kurt Schilling, Luis Castillo. But yeah, that's a good start right there, Sunil. That's a pretty good start. We'll see. The Mariners are ahead of the Astros right now, Tim King. They're ahead of the Astros right now, so they don't suck that bad. Caballero. Yes, it does. No, he was not, Christopher. That's right. That's a good point. Trout hits well against everybody. I don't say he's a Yankee killer. I mean, let's see. Yankee killer that was with the Angels. Well, it was Francisco Rodriguez, K-Rod. He was really good with the Yankees. I got to think about that in terms of the Angels. Cole, yes, he did, Sean. Yes, he did. That's exactly what we needed to call. Oh. Yeah, Cole. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Warren. I was surprised too when he came out in the 8th. He got that 1 out, and then he took him out, so he got his 100 pitches, and he left to a big ovation. So I was really happy to see him get some love too. But you're right, Warren. He's been hesitant to let him go into the 8th, so I was happy to see it too. I was happy to see that too. Vasquez sounds like he's been doing okay, Bobby. So, and I'm not supporting. I mean, if he's up here, I hope he does well. Burrito's up here, I hope Burrito does well. So we need our guys to get better and to continue to do well while Rodon comes back. While Nestor Cortez comes back, he just started throwing and playing catch again. So I would keep an eye on him. Sean, I mean, yeah, Torres and Burrito for Giolito and Bummer. That would be a really nice trade. It really would. It really would. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tim King, Astros look vulnerable. It's crazy because I did a video this morning, Boone versus Bader, and it shows like not Bader, Baker, Dusty Baker. He's making questionable decisions like Boone is right now, and it's causing problems for the Astros. It's interesting you said that because the video this morning was about that. So, man, if Stroman wanted to be a Yankee, you kind of have to look into it, Billy. With that swag and that performance. So I do think the Yankees need to get 2 starting pitchers this offseason. 2. So Mets are down 7 and 7, 3-0 with 1 hit. Valdez got 75. This kid Valdez, unbelievable. He doesn't exactly text that. Tell him how it is. I love it. Tell him how it is, my man. Ah, 750 million. It's not that high. Yankees are at 290 and the Mets are at 360. So well, it's 650, 650 million payroll. Tim King, but yeah, there's a lot of money. Uh, Now that Bader's back, put Bowers at first if Chaparro DHs. If Chaparro DHs, then you're going to be sitting Stanton, right? Sunil? And Bowers, I mean, if yeah, I mean, essentially, if Rizzo's on the IL, you could still call up Chaparro, and you could play Bowers at first base, and then figure out what to do there with Chaparro. You can DH him for a couple games and put Stanton in the outfield for a couple games. Like you can make it work, Sunil. You definitely can. Anywhere they can maximize the athleticism on this team, I get it. I think the Cashman said Barraza is right to a degree because they want to move him, and I agree with that. If you keep Torres, yeah, I mean, I hope that. I mean, if I'm going to trade, I mean, moving for position wise, I can see that, Yankee fan. But if I'm going to trade somebody, it's not going to be Peraza. It's going to be Torres. I would replace Torres with Peraza, not Volpe with Peraza. I want Peraza and Volpe to be up there together because Peraza makes Volpe better. He really does. So, all right, exactly, Billy. I've been attending again. He ain't doing that great with the White Sox, so we dodged a bullet there. And he didn't want to play here anyway, so no harm done. No harm done. Paul Goldschmidt, I'm hearing Tyler O'Neill too. There's a possibility he's younger too. So, and there's going to be some names that present themselves without like that we're not thinking about right now too. So we'll hear something here, something there. So, I like having multiple versatile players. Yeah, exactly, Sean. Versatility and athleticism, absolutely. And Goldschmidt, but you'd have to. What are you going to do with Rizzo? Is the question, right? First base. Exactly, Samuel. He's done until like almost 2025, which is crazy, but seriously. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how. I don't know if they would trade Rizzo. Uh, um, he's a gamer, Rizzo, and he fits this team culture really well. He's a good leader, so people love him. So I can't see him being moved. But rebuilding the offense piece by piece, Jonathan, yes, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, cruise control. A lot of folks are really wanting them to trade for Marcus Stroman. I'd be surprised if they did, but you never know. You never know. So we'll see what Castillo tomorrow, Elvis. It's going to be interesting. And that's exactly Yankee fan. I don't want Giolito to go to the Astros. I don't want that. I really don't. Volpe, Peraza, Dominguez to the Padres for Sono, Manny, and Hader. We would have to give up a lot more than that, Tim King. But I like where your head is at. I like where your head is at. Wonder if they'll trade Gleyber for Giolito. I mean, it's worth looking into, Christopher. It's worth looking into. Yeah, Rodon's already in the mid 90s, so that's good. Hmm. Well, that's the thing. I think the logic, and I think they're going to trade Torres at the deadline, war room, and then you make room for Peraza. Yeah, I mean it's crazy too. Like they didn't trade for Castillo because they wanted so much. They wanted Volpe, Peraza, Dominguez, and Wells. I'm not surprised they said no. And then all the fans were begging him to get Frankie Montez. He got Montez. It didn't work out. So and and all those guys he gave up for Montez are on, with the exception of JP Sears. He's the only the guy that has an ERA under 500. The rest of them are in the sevens. ERAs, sixes and sevens. Chuck and the rest of them. So Yankees really didn't lose much in the trade either. So they didn't get much back, obviously, but It's not like they gave up first rounders and then studs for him because it didn't work out for either side. But I mean, Peraza to me is more valuable for this team than Torres is. But I get what you're saying, Warren. I totally get it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can get Giolito. You get Giolito, but again, if I'm going to do Giolito, I want Giolito and a reliever from the White Sox. I want both. So we'll probably get a lot of lip service tomorrow, Billy, from Hal. My guess. That's my guess, but we'll see. Hopefully, he'll press him a little bit, but generally, the Yankees own Yes Network, so I don't think he's going to get pressed that hard. Which I don't like. I don't like these softball questions. So, but he needs to get pushed at some point. Hal. Attaboy, Sunil. Attaboy. That's what I'm going to look into. Good, Sunil. Good, man. Do it, man. Do it. Right, Mazda? The Ford Train Express is in the building. What's good, my man? Hope you're getting your thing fixed with IG. It is a major pain in the butt. So I totally get it. Yeah, Stanton's posture and his balance is way off, Sean. You're right about that. 100% right. So, yeah, I mean, I can't see how being pushed by K or anybody else being pushed by K. So, Ace run, giving New York 174 ERA, 25-3. Sorry, don't be sorry. That's a great year, Christopher. Love that one. I think that's also the year he had 18 strikeouts in the game too, right? So, don't be sorry about that. You're giving us some lovely information right there. Probably going to go on to St. Louis and trade for Newport. Wow, who told you that? Amazing. You think so? I'm more confident they're probably going to wind up getting Tyler O'Neill from Newport, rather than Newport. And they won't even think about Peraza for Tyler O'Neill. But you never know. You never know. I mean, this is true. Bowers has a little bit left to be desired defensively. No doubt about that. So, and I agree too. We gotta give Wandy some rest. Yep. Yep. He needs to recover a little bit more. Refueling and recovery, no doubt. Well, exactly, amazing. You trade Gleyber to make room for Peraza. Exactly. I've been saying it for 2 months now. 2 months. So, Aiden, they played well. Cole looked amazing. So I was very, very happy after today. And hopefully, we need more of this. We definitely need more of it. So there's no doubt about that. No doubt about it. No. And as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Patrick, that's one of my fears. He won't be able to handle the media here. No. 3 top prospects and Torres for who are you referring to, Jonathan? Who are you referring to? Will Warren. Hmm. Well, yeah, I'm hoping that they can keep Warren. I hope they can keep Clayton Beater too. We need prospect depth on the pitching side. So Stroman and Bellinger are both. I think Bellinger has an opt out after the season. I think. So if they acquire him, they're probably going to want him to exercise his option instead of his opt out for next year. That'd be my guess. It also depends on, but those two Yankees going to have to go up a lot for those two right there. But and I'm with Fortrain. I would have Peraza at second. Peraza at short, Volpe at second, no doubt. It's a way to maximize the infield defense, maximize the infield offense too. So, no doubt, no doubt. So three top prospects in Gleyber to get Stroman and Bellinger. Interesting. What else? Oh yeah, heck yeah, Billy. Highly rated mine. Heck yeah. No, Gleyber himself. No, you're going to need to add Jason Dominguez to that probably. You really would. You want Bellinger and Stroman. You're gonna have to give it Dominguez, and as well as a couple other pieces as well. Oh yeah, we need some more rains here too, Billy. We need more rain. Yeah, we need more rain, man. It's been overcast, and we're scheduled to get rain over like the next week, but it'll probably be on and off. So, and that's the key. And you've seen his career went. Yeah, I mean, 20-game winner in his last season of his career, and yeah, so close. He lost the perfect game with 2 outs in the ninth. It's just, but I'm glad he's in the Hall of Fame. He deserves it. So, yeah, yeah, short of a perfect game twice. Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. Would this be a good lineup to fix? Catcher Davino, first base for Torres. McMahon won't be in part. McMahon, huh? Interesting. The Blanc. Oh yeah. It was Andres Galarraga. Was that on it? Armando Galarraga, something like that. Something like that. And he was out by 3 feet, and the umpire called him safe. That was the worst umpiring call I've ever seen in my life. So, yep. And I mean, yeah, situation about exactly. So, and again, I think it is a good idea to not put all the pressure on him and to work on his swing mechanics because he still uppercuts quite a bit, and he needs to work on those mechanics too. Jim Tomey, Mister 600 home runs. Yeah, Edgar Martinez. He murdered us. He owned the Yankees. Greg Maddux was good against the Yankees. He was one of the murderers. Like him, Poppy and Manny were, I think, were the three biggest Yankee killers. It was just impossible to get those guys out. So about this bench, work vet catcher, yeah, I would. Utility Waldo, infielder LeMahieu, and outfielder Bowers. Interesting. Interesting. It's an interesting one. Probably something like that. Amazing Yankee fan in terms of bench. Catcher, work vet. That means you could trade Higashioka, utility Waldo, infielder LeMahieu, and outfielder. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Hall of Famer Fred McGriff. That's right. Hell yeah. Griffey. Yep. Yeah, Musina 120 in 2008, his last year in baseball. I wish he stayed there for one more year and helped that team win the World Series. Yeah, but let's smash that like button. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes. I have no idea how many likes we're at right now, but I'd love to get to 100. It's great for the channel, great for the algorithm. It's also greatly appreciated. And it's good to celebrate these Yankees wins. Frank Thomas is pretty good. So was what's that other guy? Juan Gonzalez, the hitter from Texas Rangers. Yeah, he didn't want to come to the Yankees. He had an opportunity to, but he didn't want to come to the Yankees. But he was a freaking Yankee killer. He was good. Very good, Juan Gonzalez. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to trade IKF. I'm not sure. Not sure. I don't really. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the backlash last year. So nobody cares about that. So that's last year. It happens, Anthony. But again, it's June. Remember that it's June. We got all of July, all of August, all of September. So at least 3 months left in the season. And a little bit of October too. So there's time. There's time. Yeah, Greg, this was needed by, we got what we needed from Cole. Cole got what I think he needed from the fans, which was love, man. So I'm really happy to see it. Really, really am. So the Rays lost 6-6. Okay, the Yankees pick up a game on Tampa too, so that's good. Jeets Rodon's line was 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 run, 5 strikeouts. So pretty good. Let me see Hamilton. A week or two, Jonathan. I'd say a week or two. Yep. Yes, indeed. Said Stanton. Yes, it makes sense to do that too, Sunil. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Nestor just started playing catch yesterday, so it's his first step in several steps towards coming back. So how he responds the next day or two to just playing catches helps, give us a better idea of how well he's recovering after throwing. So that's key. That really is key. Eloy Jimenez. I don't know if they're going to sell him or not, Joey. The White Sox. A good question. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh. Cole, Rodon, Cortez, Sevi, Stroman. I mean, that would be a nice if Cortez gets healthy, yeah, and if Sevi kind of gets consistent, and you add Stroman to that, shoo, that's a nasty 5. No. That's why I don't think they'll trade him. The contenders are you might be right about that. And Cashman knows that, so he'll ask for a high premium for the contenders. No doubt about it. He throws it high. The ask. Very high. So yeah, Victor Wemby for potential #1 pick in the draft. In the NBA draft. So I'm interviewing with Meredith Morakovitz. This dude's like 7 tall. 7 feet tall. Easily. Dude's huge. Stroman was a med. He couldn't handle it. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's more of a. He'd be more of a. I think he'd be a better fit in the Yankees than the Mets. I really do. Yeah, the I watched it. Watched the Rangers probably make a trade for pitching at the deadline too. Just watch. They're gonna want to stay in first. So, yeah, they are. Rizzo was the voice. Yeah, kind of is, Sean. Kind of is. Well, yeah, he might go to the O's. He might go to the Blue Jays. Giolito. He might go to. There's a couple of teams he might go to, and that's why I think the Yankees would be wise to be proactive and make moves before these other teams snatch some of these guys from right under them. And then before you know it, the Yankees are stuck with having to make these underwhelming trades like they do almost every year because they refuse to wait or they refuse to, add an extra prospect or they wanted to wait teams out. And to me, it's not a good idea right now. So, yeah, Bobby, Sherman was hurt that the Yankees didn't sign him. Yep. So he made it known too. I don't know if he's still butthurt about it, but I know he did. Yeah. Because he add to that offense, he'd balance out their infield offense a little bit more, Quell and Athar. It'd probably be easier for them to sign to an extension. Astros lead now, cut to 4-2. Yeah. If Cease gets traded, he's going to cost a ton from the White Sox. So the White Sox going to want a ton for him, I should say. Yeah, Stroman's good. Don't get me wrong. Stroman's good. He is good. So, but I'm not sure. I think Cease. I think Giolito's more realistic get than Cease is. So I really do. But we'll see. We will see. Been a while since Yankees. Yeah, it's good to see Yankees War Room in here. It's always good to have them on. Yeah. Hitting coaches all over Stanton. I'm guessing they probably are. We just, they don't do it publicly or vocally. This is the type of stuff we don't hear about, but they have to be. His veteran's not doing it. But again, they also know the stuff. Stanton's unhittable for a while, then he gets hurt, then he comes off the IL, he stinks for a while, and at some point he goes on a tear. It's like clockwork for him. But they've got to work on something there. They really have to work on his lower body, flexibility, strength, and all this other stuff because he keeps getting too many lower body injuries. This guy's probably the strongest upper body in all baseball. So, Gleyber and Donaldson to St. Louis for Montgomery and bring Peraza up. Interesting. You might be able to get Montgomery without Donaldson. But would I be upset if they moved them? No. Right, D-Rod? I've been seeing it like every day. But whatever. Well, I don't know. Well, that's the other thing too, Bellinger. Yeah, if honestly, Ian Happ would have probably been a better fit, but they extended him too. So You know what I mean? I know what you mean, man. It's all good. No rain, have tickets for good, right? Great, have some fun, dude. And yeah, I mean, at the White Sox, I mean, it's a good trade partner for the Yankees, so hopefully they'll do it. And 10 in a row for the Reds. Good for them. That new kid that they called up, he's freaking awesome. He is good. Yeah, the Rangers. Rangers are better than people give them credit for. That's for sure. Well, yeah, extend exactly. Hicks 4 behind. Good for Hicks. Good for him. Jim Joyce, yeah, I remember he blew that. That was the worst call ever, Sunil. The worst call ever. Yeah, I'm sure his house got TP'd that night, man. DH got Tommy in the hall. Yeah, probably, D-Rod. You're probably right about that. All right, we got 73 likes. Do we have enough people in here to get us to 100? Well, he was on the 7-day IL, D-Rod. It was put on the IL, I think, almost a week ago. So hopefully it's a minor little thing. But we need a healthy work vet. I mean, and if he is, then you move freaking Kyle Gashok in the trade for some prospects. Oh yeah, we're lifer. Yeah, Texas. Yeah. Rodon looked really good today. Yes. Canseco must have been the Rangers dealer over there, right? Yeah. Yeah, Meredith Marker is she's 6 feet tall. That guy, White Tumbo, whatever, he's got to be what, 7'2", 7'3". He's huge. Absolutely huge. He's probably gonna get picked first overall in the draft by the Spurs, I think it is, right? So they got their next Tim Duncan, they got their next David Robinson. So right there. They can build around them. So what's getting a fee? What's happening, man? Yes, they have. They won finally, baby. And if you're an animal, dude, you did a 3 a day? You're crazy. You're crazy, man. But sometimes that's what it takes, right? That's what it takes. Yeah. Joel, good day. You started physical therapy. Good. Keep the physics. Keep consistent with the PT. Yeah, Ellie De La Cruz. I mean, it's freaking exciting players, that's for sure. Exactly. 8-6, exactly. Let's see. Any big trade will involve Torres. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. Torres and or Severino. Yep. Yep. Yes, he did. Henry Davis got called to Pittsburgh. He was that number 1 prospect. And yeah, he was the number 1 pick or the number 2 pick in the draft 2 years ago. So yeah, no surprise. But we need guys to call up. We need our guys to call up some AAA guys too. 7'4" and Banya, unbelievable. It's a big boy. Damn, NFE. It's tough to do Muay Thai at the end after 2 rolling classes, jiu-jitsu classes, especially if you do a lot of rolling. Oh, like we do, like in between rounds, we'll do bike or something like that, and to keep the heart rate up during like jiu-jitsu. It makes it really hard, but it's good stuff. But keep up the good work, bro. Keep up the good work, man. Getting it done. Yeah, I think Peraza can be the answer to Donaldson or Torres, in all honesty. No. Yeah, exactly, TWC. Eat his contract and let him go. Just move it on. Move it on, baby. You got that right. Call some of these young. Yeah, exactly. They have nothing to lose. And if they get better production from these young kids than they do the veterans, then they're getting more bang for their buck. Simple. So, you know. I haven't seen him today, Word Lifer, but I'm keeping tabs on Hampton. You know how it is in a female, especially like you need. I mean, it also depends on what you're doing and how the structure of class is, obviously. But like, I mean, a lot of jujitsu classes are predominantly, dedicated on lots of rolling rounds, stuff like that, and working on techniques. They want you to drill that technique so you could respond this way. You could, post up, you could do whatever, and work on getting out of whatever. This type of choke, that Americanas, And belly, like just whatever it is, north, south. So many different things that they try to teach you. And they also try to teach you how to respond to these things quickly. And if this doesn't work, then how to pivot to something else, like knowing one or two moves ahead of time, like playing that chess on the mats. So that's, I think, one of the great things about jiu-jitsu. So you're thinking two moves ahead. So, and then you learn how to react to techniques. You yeah, I would trade Torres. Yeah, James. I mean, I'm not surprised. Opie's a rookie, and he's got just one less or two less home runs than Torres, and a couple of RBIs less than Torres. He's got 15 stolen bases, and he also plays hard. He plays his ass off. So to me, that I take that over the a more talented and very mentally lapsy Torres. So I did think he was going to be not on a crazy high, and he'll still I'll probably get a 2020 or 2030 season where life exactly. So. Well, that's tough too. Muay Thai second in beat in jiu-jitsu. Oof. Hopefully, didn't beat your legs up too much for Muay Thai. You need that lower body too for some of the submissions and whatever else. So to keep your guy close so you can come in underneath and choke him, right? Or coming over. You know this one, right? Pulling the cross. That choke. Oh, baby. Yeah. All day, baby. That's right, Anfi. All day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Armbar defense, Kimura depends, like all different types of techniques. Yeah, exactly. And I try to do the Z lock. I try to incorporate the Hapkido Z lock when I'm rolling too. And Z lock is. Let me see if I can get this out of the way. NFE. So Z lock kind of look like this. See the letter Z here, here, right here, here, and here. So this is a wrist technique, but if you do it in such a way, you can separate the shoulder at the same time. You can get over, you can get it under, and it's a nasty, most painful technique. But it's even from below here. Try to sneak in when you're, here. You try to come across, and I try to get the hand and just kind of turn it this way. Okay, so that their palms facing away from me. I have this here, and what I do is I just reach in and I put my weight towards right here. Try to get the wrist. I'm basically trying to turn this around the bone. And it's really painful. Really painful. Exactly, Big Dave. I would trade Torres too, man. I'm in NFE. That works for me too, man. AJ Chen. So I'm going July 22nd against the Royals, and I'm going September 9th, Old Timers Day, against the Milwaukee Brewers. So I'm going to both of those games. Yeah, I'm going to both of those games. So if anybody's there, let me know. Come say hi. We'd love to meet you. The Hickson choke. I know he predominantly did a lot of rear naked. So is that the way you talk about NFE? He did a shitload of rear naked chokes. Triangle choke, yeah, and I do a standing triangle too, which I like, and from a punch defense, which is kind of nice. Standing triangle from punch defense are fun. So essentially, the punch. I'm gonna just get the arm over here so that the strike now is over you. I come up underneath, try to get it, and I come here. I apply the triangle. So you're essentially choking yourself, and I'm helping you do it. That's a nice choke. And I take you down too. So I've heard of the Hickson choke, but I'm not exactly sure if that's one. Is it involve the rear naked? AJ, well, I'm there. One of those games, I'm there, man. And if anybody else is there, those games, please let me know. I'd love to meet you. I really, really would. So, and I will wrap this up in a minute. So, by the way, and well, this is true too, Kyle. Yes, yeah. Anybody looking for Torres probably feels that they're one piece away and need that bat, and they'll give up some prospects. They will. Council Yeti Joe, have a great night, my friend. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow night. Side control. When he swims his arm around and goes to the collar thumb and drops his form. Oh, yeah, that one suck. But I could see Hickson doing something like that. He was, the best jiu-jitsu practitioner I've ever seen. And I've seen some of his old school fights. No wonder he was undefeated in his entire career. Never lost a match. No. So if I trade Torres, you bring up Peraza. No, I move Volpe to second, TWC, and I move Peraza to short. Personally, I think that's the way to maximize your infield defense. And DJ to third base. If you're also moving on from Donaldson, yes. I personally want Peraza at short and Volpe at second. I think it's a better defensive scheme, better defensive fit. Girlfriend ring, she taught me a sleeper. Nice. D-Rod, nice. Yeah, Hoist was nasty too. I mean, he was the first guy to show how effective jiu-jitsu can be against guys that are much bigger than you. So the option crook to AAA, huh? Ay, 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 ay. Ah, that's frustrating. Yeah, here it is, Helen. I wonder who they're going to call up. They optioned him out. I think they're going to call somebody up, right? So Chuck Norris knew multiple styles. Yeah, he's got multiple black belts. He's also a jiu-jitsu black belt. He was also choked out by Hicks and Gracie. Yep. Oh yeah, I want to go to an Orioles game too. So me too. Hoysham Park. Oh yeah, I remember him. Oh yeah. Well, I think so. I don't have a good answer for that. Wink. I wish I knew. Oh, that's right, Burrito. They optioned Crook out to make room for Burrito. That's right. ATX. That's right. I don't know, man. I wish they would have used Crook before that. So I hope they call him back up and use him again. I really do. They didn't use him in the right situation last time. So, but anyway, let me wrap this up, gang. I want to say thank you all for coming on, celebrating this win, which is awesome. Go Cole. Go Yankees. Love the conversation tonight. NFE, let's keep talking, baby. Love talking martial arts with you too and baseball. So, yeah, man. It's just be patient, gang. The Yankees will get better little by little. Okay. And move on. I don't know about that, James. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think Volpe can handle second base. I think it's a more natural fit, honestly. And Peraza being a short would make Volpe better, in my opinion. In my opinion, I think he's mature enough to do this. So, but have a great night, everybody. Peace and love to all of you. Thank you again for your support, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow.